Good morning, Standard 10. We are resuming our classes after a break of 10 days. I hope all of you are doing your assignments and also studying at home. In history, you have already covered the first war of independence, birth of Indian National Congress, and the objectives and methods of struggle of the early nationalists. Discontentment in the country went on increasing with the lapse of years. Lord Curzon was the Governor General and Viceroy of India from 1899 to 1905. Much of the unrest was due to Lord Curzon's repressive measures, which were: number one, the Calcutta Corporation Act of 1899 reduced the elected members of the corporation to almost half. Universities Act of 1904 turned them into departments of governments. The Sedition Act and the Official Secrets Act lessened the liberties of all sections of the society. Lord Curzon's most unpopular measure was the partition of Bengal, which was announced in 1903 and carried out in 1905. The province of Bengal had an area of about 1,90,000 square miles with a population of 78.5 millions. Accordingly, a new province called East Bengal and Assam was constituted by combining Assam and Chittagong with 15 districts of Old Bengal. So now the new province comprised of an area of 1,06,540 square miles and a population of only 31 million. The government had its own version for the causes of partition. According to the government, the first reason was that the size of the province of Bengal was too large to be properly administered by a single provincial government. Secondly, the secretary to the government of India noted that the government was in favor of bringing all the Odia, that is, the Odia-speaking people, under the administration of Bengal. So these were the two reasons given by the government to the people for the partition. But the actual reasons were something else. So the nationalists saw some other motives for the government's action. The actual reasons were that they wanted to strike at the roots of Bengali nationalism. Lord Curzon desired to crush the new spirit by dividing the politically advanced communities into two separate provinces. Second, the policy of divide and rule, that is, to drive a wedge between the Hindus and the Muslims. The third reason for the partitioning was to demonstrate the strength of the British Raj. Lord Curzon was a reactionary who had great dislike for democratic ideals. He believed that people of India, illiterate as he called them, could have no political aspiration. So, these were the reasons from the nationalists' perspective for dividing Bengal. Now, after Bengal was partitioned, there was an anti-partition movement in the country. The partition gave a shock to the whole country. The Bengalis felt that they had been insulted, humiliated, and tricked. So on 7th August, a massive meeting was held at Town Hall in Kolkata. People reacted for the partition, and October 16th was the day of mourning in the year 1905. The leaders declared it to be a day of mourning throughout Bengal. Next, two policies were adopted by the Indians, that is, the Swadeshi and the boycott movements. Now, let me tell you the meaning of Swadeshi and boycott. The boycott of foreign goods required that the markets should be flowing with homemade goods. So actually Swadeshi means to adopt your own country goods, to use your own homemade goods, and boycott was not to use foreign goods. So these two movements were adopted by the Indians. Boycott movement included boycott of English cloth, salt, sugar, renunciation of English speech, government posts, seats in legislative councils, and social boycott of those persons who purchased foreign goods. So it developed into a policy of non-cooperation with the British in every field. This movement of Swadeshi and boycott had great impact and significance. It declined in the import of British goods. It acted as a stimulus to Indian industries. An urge for national education resulted in establishment of hundreds of schools, national schools in Kolkata. An outburst of literary activity was sustained through writings in the journals and newspapers like Kesari, Maharatha and Jugantar. Next we have the Surat split. The partition of Bengal led to the assertion of strong methods in Indian politics. The Kolkata session of the Congress in 1906 witnessed a sort of compromise between the leaders with moderate views and sturdy nationalists. Dadabhai Naoroji had been specially called from England by leaders with moderate views to preside over the session. A split was feared, but the personality of the grand old man prevented it from happening. So Congress was split into two in the Surat session. The word Swaraj was uttered for the first time by any Congress president so far. Another remarkable feature of Kolkata session was the resolutions of Swadeshi and boycott, which was adopted by the Congress. Assertive nationalists believed that unless they put strong pressure on the government, they would never achieve their objective. But the objective of the moderates was something else. So there was a difference in opinion which resulted in the Surat, in the split in the Congress party at Surat in the year 1907. So assertive nationalists proposed the name of Lala Lajpat Rai as president of the Surat session. And when the session began on December 26th, there was utter confusion. It ended in a mess or failure. At the Surat session, the split in the Congress became official. Assertive nationalists suffered most for the cause of freedom. Under the Seditious Meeting Act of 1907, the district magistrates could prohibit the holdings of meetings. The Newspapers Act was aimed at punishing those editors whose papers contained writings against British rule. So they grew up revolutionary groups in Bengal and Punjab. That's all for this video. We shall again resume in the next video. Children, please go through your books, read whatever I have taught so far, and be prepared for the next class. Till you do your homework, you will not be able to understand the next part of the chapter. Thank you so much, children.